Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Hold on. Before you fire your agent, hear this out. Here are two things that must avoid doing to or for your agent. Hi, Coach Rangi around the ring here. Guys are mistreating their agents and in a very silly way. And then I get phone calls about players who are in the business for 4 years now and they can't find an agent. Why? Because you fired or mistreated the last two and word came out. Agents talk between each other. In your case, unfortunately, they do. Treat your agent well. Here are two things to never do to your agent if you're a pro basketball player. Let's dive right into it. So a guy is chatting with me online the other day, talking to me and looking for representation. Are you looking for an agent? He's saying yes. I say, great. So where did you play and which agents are connected with your college? Maybe we can start to dig there. That's one option. And the other one, of course, is where would you like to play? And he is telling me this is his fourth year playing overseas. I asked him what happened with the previous agents. He's like, oh, in this country I had no agent, and this one a friend of mine found, and the other country I had an agent, but he's an asshole, and I fired him, and this and that. So we're looking at Spain, Romania, Mexico, and Peru. 4 countries you can either establish yourself in Europe or in Central South America, which is great. And he left with none after 4 years. And I was scratching my head. I was thinking, like, is that him, or is that something that happened a little more often? And all of a sudden came to my mind a guy that came to Israel. We brought him during the COVID-19 break we had. And while he was in quarantine, he's calling me one day and he's like, this and that guy is no longer my agent. I want this guy to represent me. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. It's your choice. But let me ask you, why? Why would you change direction? The guy that just signed you want to fire him and go elsewhere. You want to stop working with him and you want to go and work with somebody else. He started saying he mistreated me here, mistreated me there. I said, okay, fine. Did you have a conversation with him, telling him you're unhappy with A, B, and C? How can he improve it? How can he change it? The answer was no. And then to add insult to injury, he picked up a guy who's a finder's fee-based kind of guy, a guy who's not even licensed. So this is a double whammy. You leave a great agent, and in this case, it was one of the best agents in the country, and you go to a guy who's a finder's fee-based guy who's not even licensed. So 2 sentences about what an agent is, and then we'll drill down what not to do with these 2 mistakes. So an agent basically is a guy who comes with you to the team and represents you. He or she represent you to get the contract. Usually guys get mistaken and think that finding the team and signing with the team, that's the main thing. And the answer is no. Because, excuse my French, when the shit hit the fan and everybody spread and run away, and you played for me, for instance, and I love you like a son, but I was fired 2 weeks before, who is going to protect you now? I'm fired. I'm no longer in the system. How can I protect you? The agent. You got it right. The agent can protect you. The agent will go and fight for you. He'll file for you in the local federation, in FIBA, and wherever it needs to be done. He will be able to go and fight for you. That's what the agent is about. So it's not only finding the right team, or a team for that matter, or negotiating a contract. So that's what the agent is about. So the 2 mistakes we have here. Let's go to the guy that we started talking about, who played in 4 countries and have no agent right now. Always bring an agent, a licensed agent, with you for the signing ceremony, situation, whatever. If you're overseas and if you're back home in the US and the team is overseas, usually there is no ceremony stuff, but you sit and sign with an agent. The agent has to be on the contract. And why is that? Exactly for that. Exactly for that reason, the agent has to be there. It has to be on the contract, that it's clear to everybody that this agent represents you. And we just said why. So number one, never sign without an agent. And here is an answer for all the guys that are going through finders fee-based or trainers or whomever that may be, or maybe we connected you to the right person. Bring an agent, and the honest agents that did not get you the job will say, yes, I will not take 10%. And they have no overseas or local 5% to split it with. So maybe you can talk to him or her and reduce it to 2.5. Maybe this time only it's going to be $1,000. Next time it's going to be all 10%. How about that? Negotiate that with the agent, because they worked nothing so far, hoping they will not have to do anything at the end of the contract or at the end of the during a termination, whether it's end of the season or something that happened, God forbid. So talk to the agent. You don't have to spend it out of your pocket, and it's not the 10%, especially the lower level contracts. And these are the guys that mainly have to look for representation and look for someone in the corner, because again, the coach can love you all they want. If they were cut 2 weeks before, they're irrelevant to the situation when they stopped paying you and they tell you, we'll take your passport, or we'll tell authorities you're not working for us if you don't practice. We'll tell authorities you ran away or you did a bad thing. And believe you me, there are stories all over. You cut half of them in half and they're still horrifying. So have an agent in your corner, licensed agent that is, and if you found the job yourself, talk to them, talk to their sense, and now they have a new customer, proven player that can get a contract, that got him by himself, and all they need to do is sign with you to protect you in case you, God forbid, need them. Point number 2, timing is everything. The dude did not come out of quarantine. He wanted to fire his agent. Mind-blowing, mind-blowing. So once the agent gets paid, being paid for the whole season or the whole length of the contract, he did part of his job. He was representing you, negotiating whatever happened there. And now, when everything is going well, nothing happens. If something goes wrong, that's the time that he or she needs to work. And that's the time not to fire them. That's the time to keep them and make sure they protect you. You bring a different agent that was never paid on this contract. What's the incentive for them to jump in and fight for you when they were not part of the deal? That's number one. Number 2, did you really talk to the agent about the things that bother you? He or she never showed up to a game of yours. They didn't come to visit often enough. They didn't pick up the phone when you called them, whatever that may be. Did you ever talk to them and tell them, hey, I have an issue with this and that? That's not fair. We as coaches talk to you when you miss a layup. We talk to you when you misread the fake and the guy gave you the baseline and you charged into the middle. We talk to you, right? We don't send you home over that. Talk to the agent. Tell him or her, here are the things I would like to see improved. What do you say? Maybe he would say, yes, let's improve it, let's do it better. Maybe he would say, this is how it is, take it or leave it. But if you don't have this communication, how do you know? How do you know that you tried working with this person? And I'll give you one more on this. You run with your agent a year, 2, 3 years. You know each other. You know what works for you. You know what works for him. It's more than, it's about relationships. It's more than few points. It's more than how many rebounds you grab the game. That's what it's about. So you want to work it out. You want to figure it out and stick to an agent who's representing in the area that you are playing in. If you started playing in South America, now you're looking to play in Europe, only few will not have the connections to pick up the phone, call a friend in Europe and connect you. They can split the fee, they can work it out. It's your interest and it's his interest, as long as you are not a flaky dude. You don't flake and disappear on him after one contract. Stick to him, he'll stick to you. Usually that's how it goes. I see more often than not that guys cutting agents because of all nonsense, like never got out of the quarantine and you want to fire your agent already, rather than agents that drop players. And even if you feel like he's about to drop you, this call is the right business decision to make. I'm calling my agent. Look, you didn't answer lately. I expected this, I expected that. Do you want to, I feel like you want to drop me. Is that the case? Let's do it the right way. If that's the case, most of them would tell you, okay, here is what happened. That's what we need to do. Let me introduce you to someone. Let me send you to another guy that might be able to work with you. Maybe he will fit you better. Maybe it's a matter of fit on a personality level. I don't know. But when I see this guy with 4 countries, Mr. K, let's call him. Okay, that's his first name. So when I see K with this kind of situation, I feel for him because he missed the idea. He missed the idea of sticking to your agent and networking. And networking is a totally different point, and we're not diving into it today. We just spoke about 2 main mistakes people do with their agents. If you like this video, that's great. Please click the like below. You can subscribe to our channel and we'll help you out with whatever that you need. We have programs. We have great programs. Right now, we have 2 programs running. One is Peak, which is basically we're taking care of your marketing material and we introduce you to a couple of guys in the market of your choice. The other one is a beautiful collaboration I have with a great guy called Brandon Cataldo, and him and I running a 6 weeks program to help you to beat the COVID-19. So you want to beat the COVID-19 program, you want to join Pick, it's up to you. You don't have the money right now, grab our free material. We have free material, take it. It's out there for you to grab until you either know enough and need a little more help, or just to get to know us and get to know the business better. So grab it both hands. It's free material for you. It's on our website, which is aroundtherim.info, or look us up on Facebook, Brandon Cataldo, or Coach Rangi. Find us, let us help you. We'll be happy to do that. Now, remember, what we do on the court, we need to work out off the court as well in order to seal that contract or that deal that you're after. So as always, practice is nothing but a recipe for the game. On and off the court, work it to perfection. I'm Coach Rangi, Around the Rim. Take care. Bye-bye.